Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining. So today I want to talk about a common issue that we hear a lot in support where customers are trying to use the Excel file or the CSV export file to import into their point of sale system, whatever that may be, or it may just be that they want this Excel file in a certain order. So first we'll look at the way you set these Excel files up. And mine is a CSV format that we're looking at here. So in the settings, when you go to settings and outputs, I am doing a job data CSV, and I just named it with usages so I can keep track of it. So in these settings, I'm including materials, omitting category groups, omitting the header row, and these are the columns that I'm including. And it's really important to include usage. That's really a major factor in this, and we want to have ignore usage unchecked. So that gives us, having it set up this way, this gives us a report that looks like this. So we have the first column being SKU, the description, the length, inches, quantity, and then usage. So column F is usage. So if I look at this and I say, well, I don't want it in this order, how can I sort it? So with Excel, we have that capability. Once it's set up, it's really easy to sort every export as you do each job. So looking here, we have all these usages. So we have to think a little bit ahead. So maybe all jobs do not have the exact same usages, but we can start with a sample job. So if we start with a sample job and all the standard stuff that you have on in a job, including the package items that may be coming through or notations coming through. So if we take this column and just copy the data from that column, and the easiest way to do this, I think, is in maybe Notepad, or I'm sure there's probably easier ways if someone has any ideas. But so I just took my Notepad and I pasted these usages in here. And when we look at how they have to be formatted for Excel to work, we just have to have each usage with a comma. And obviously, we don't have to repeat usages. So the first thing that I wanted in this case was I wanted trusses first. So I had a T1. So we have to think ahead and, well, what if we have a job that has, 10 different trusses with gable trusses and maybe mono trusses? So if that's the case, we have to, account for that. So I went ahead and included up to 10 different commons, 10 different gable trusses, and even 10 different mono trusses. And mono trusses, these are the numbers that show up when you do monos. So I did that many different truss combinations that would sort correctly. And then I started with my posts. So I'm just doing a comma separated list. And then the usage is exactly the way that Smartbuild reported it in the CSV file. So this is something that you probably won't get right the first try, but you run a couple jobs and anything that you missed, any usage that you forgot, you will show up here on the bottom, and then you just go and resort your list and put them in here. So when you get this list built out, next part I want to walk through and show you how you can implement that into Excel. So in Excel here, go ahead and look at this. I'll expand this a little bit. So we have to make sure we have the usage, and it doesn't have to be column F if you set yours up differently. I just used column F. So here's my usage of the material, and I have this column selected, and I say that I want to do a custom sort. So when I custom sort it, you have to expand the selection, and I want to sort by, and I want to say column F. So I sort by column F. I'm sorting on the cell values. I don't want to sort A to Z. I want to add a new custom list. So when I go to custom list, here's the new list. So I can go back to my notepad that I have, and I can copy these items, and I can drop these into this list entry. So when I paste this and I click add, it automatically adds this as one of my choices. So if I click OK, now I have a custom list that I can pick from. So here's this list. And when you reopen it, it sorts it by columns. And you can go down through here and check this and make sure everything looks okay. So if you have any typos, or you had more than one space or didn't have a comma, you could check this and make sure that it looks right. And then eventually you can come and add more usages or change this order a bit if you want to change it. So when you get this set up the way you want, you click OK. And I'm choosing this one. So I click OK, and it automatically sorts my list accordingly. So just to go over this really quickly again, when I come into my job, to repeat that process, so I've got my list here, and it comes in with the usages A to Z. So we start out backing and go through that way. So if you want to create your own custom order, you just go to sort and filter. You do have to select this column. You go to sort and filter, and we say custom sort. expand the selection, and then we sort by column F and order custom list. We choose our custom list that we made, we click OK, and we get it sorted. So you can resave your file, you can export it, or use it however you need to. Thanks for taking the time today. I hope this helps someone out. God bless.